Anuranjita, a lot of it boils down to identification of talent and cross functions. Is there something, how much of the energy goes in that identification process, or, is there any thought that you would like to?
Sure. Thanks, Shamini, and thanks, Shamek, for great inputs. Shamini, I'll take the liberty of starting with one of my favorite quotes, which is from a book called Prophet, and I've often quoted this in a discussion where we're talking about young, upcoming generation, because leadership is a matter of definition. I don't refer to leadership as saying, oh, you need to be in a C-suite. You could be at the junior most level, but you could have some really innovative ideas to be a leadership. So the whole philosophy around that, for me, gets generated and summed up in this quote. Some of you might have read it, so I do apologize if I'm, if you're familiar with it already. It's about On Children from Kyle Gibran, which says, your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, they yet do not belong to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their soul, for their soul dwells in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. And to me, this sums up beautifully the development philosophy or the identification philosophy which we practice in Citi. Somehow the whole word training gives me a sense of, we kind of getting people together in a classroom, trying to teach them something. I think with the young leaders and the way they have grown up is very different, and they're socialized very differently than probably my generation. So it does start with identification, and it actually starts at the time we acquire talent, where we're looking for certain competencies. And some of the key ones for us have been, people who can look at the big picture. With senior people, you rely on, the vast experience they've had, and hence they have a great judgment skill. With people who haven't been as experienced, we rely on their ability to piece the puzzle together. And looking at this big picture, bringing the right judgment on the table to various problems or initiatives that that an organization might have. And the third big one would be perseverance, because there are problems. Nothing is straightforward, and there are a lot of things you have to learn. You have to be agile, and the whole the style flexibility is very important. So those three parameters would hold good for us in Citi. We've been very focused on 3 E's, especially at the junior level, which is giving them the right experience, exposure, and education.